Bevel up or bevel down? That is the question asked by folks using draw knives, and the debate rages fiercely. So let's talk a little bit about what makes a bevel up draw knife or a bevel down draw knife. Let's take a look right here at some that we make. This is our bevel up knife, which is my personal favorite, by the way. You'll notice that the bevel is facing up, as well as our stamp, the London brand, as well as the numbers. So this is a nominal 7-inch wide blade. This is our bevel down draw knife. Notice that, oh, there's the bevel, but in this case, the brand stamp and the number stamp are on the flat backside. And what really makes the difference between being a bevel up and a bevel down draw knife is the orientation of the handles. Come around to the shaving horse here and take a look. Notice this is the bevel up draw knife. I set it on this piece of work and I start to shave. What is important is that my hands and wrists are at a comfortable neutral angle. You say, well, why not just flip it over and use it bevel down? Well, here's the problem. When I do that, notice that my hands and wrists are cranked in a very awkward and unnatural angle when using on this shaving horse. And our bevel down draw knife has the handles tilted in such a way that when the bevel engages the wood, voila, there my hands and wrists are back in that nice neutral angle. So watch, I'll set the cutting face, the bevel in this case, the flat back in this case, down onto our workpiece, and you'll notice that the handles are at basically the same angle. So what are the strengths and weaknesses of using a draw knife bevel up or bevel down? Well, my favorite is the bevel up. And what a bevel up draw knife excels at is following the grain. In this case, we are taking a riven piece of red oak. This is going to be a part for a stick chair. And we're shaving it down to size, following the grain. And so the flat back helps me plane along the grain lines without going up and down and varying too much. I can quickly find that grain and follow it, just like that. And it works very quickly for following the grain and making a nice flat surface. It works great on convex shapes. What it does not excel at is a scooping cut in sort of a concave place, like doing the tenon on a chair rug or something like that, unless it's quite shallow. So notice we'll make a little scoop cut here and see what we can do. And you see we very quickly run out of space because of this wide flat back to make this scoop cut. So, bevel down. Our bevels on our draw knives are generous. This is not a very narrow bevel. There's a generous amount of space. And so for planing along the grain, our bevel down draw knives actually do quite well. And some people prefer them. But the bevel down is going to allow us to get into some tighter concave spaces with more ease. Notice we did that with a lot more ease. There's a smoother cut and we had more control. So, bevel up versus bevel down? Turns out that answer is really up to you.